Hi everyone, in the last couple of videos we covered the basics of Spring theory aspect of the Spring framework. Now in this video we will try to set up the Spring, we will try to write some code using Spring libraries. So let's do that. I'm using IntelliJ IDEA, so I'm going to create a new project and we will choose Maven because we need dependencies. We need to add the Spring dependencies. To do that we need a dependency management tool, either Maven or Gradle. So I'm going to use Maven. I'm going to name it. This is the name of my project. Location, I'm going to use JDK 19. And let me select just this one. Okay. So group ID, artifact ID, 1. And create. So if you don't understand the Maven, you can find tutorials on YouTube or articles on Maven. So I'm going to create a new Maven project. So let's see what IntelliJ generated. So here we can see a pom.xml. Now it did not take the group ID, artifact ID and the version that we provided. So let me change it here. And the artifact ID, compiler, source and target, which is JDK 19. That's it. So this is a very simple Maven project, but it does not have any dependency. So we need to add the Spring dependency because we will be focusing on Spring Core. So at the moment we need only one dependency, which is Spring context. So let's do that. Let's search the Spring context dependency and let's add that dependency here. So let's go to the internet and find the Spring context dependency. Here it is. I can simply copy the code and in my form.xml, we need to add a section dependencies and I need to add this dependency. So we are saying that we are using version 6 of Spring and we want to add the Spring context dependency. So as soon as we save the pom.xml, what Maven will do, it will look for the Spring context dependency in the local repository. And because I don't have Spring context in my local repository, so it will try to download this from the internet so that I can use it in my project. And let me reload. Okay. And now if I check the external libraries section, we see the dependencies related to Spring context because Spring context internally has transitive dependencies, for example, Spring AOP, Spring Core. So we see all those libraries including in the project in the external libraries section. Once we have the dependency, we can start building the code, Spring code. Okay, so as of now, as we see, there are no packages. So let me create one package first. src main java. So we have the src main java package hierarchy, and in this one I'm going to create a java class runner, and in the runner we will have a public static void main method because it's a simple java program, so we must have a class with public static void main method to execute the whole program. Now as of now there are no other classes in this project, just a simple class with main method. As we discussed in the IOC container chapter, that this is the Spring's IOC container which is responsible for creating new objects, identifying the dependencies and wiring them together. But as of now, because we don't have any class, so we don't have any dependency, what we can do at this point of time is we can show how to use the application context. So to do that, we know that we have to use application context class. Notice the package, it's coming from org.springframework.context because we added that dependency via Maven. So application context ctx equals to, now here we can use any implementation. So if we are going with the XML config, then we will use, let's say, class path XML application context, and it takes XML files as input. So let's say if we have an abc.xml, for example, which we don't have, but we can still define. So we will say abc.xml, and this XML file will have the beans configuration. If you don't understand the bean, please refer my video on the Spring Beans. So once we initialize the context, we can get the objects from this context. As of now, if we run this program, it will not work because there are no XML configs and we are not using annotations or Java configuration, nothing. This is a simple main method, so it's not going to run anything. But that is just for the setup. We added a dependency and now we can use the classes from the Spring framework. In the next videos, we will start adding functionality to this code base, and we will soon cover all the features of the Spring framework. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.